How does that work?
Sure. So 2 parts to Powerhouse, incubator and accelerator.
Okay.
We describe the incubator as the collaborative co-working space that anyone who wants to pay to be there, kind of like we're here at WeWork.
Yeah.
They can pay for a desk on a monthly basis.
All right, so $500, $600, $700, you get a desk?
It's only $450.
Oh, right, you're in Oakland.
We're in Oakland.
Yeah, it's a little cheaper.
A little cheaper. So many companies are in the incubator. And
So you don't make any money off those. That's just hanging out.
correct. That's just, they're hanging out. They're, creating community and at all the events, and they're great, and
Awesome.
I love them. But the companies that I love even more are the ones that we invest in, and that's
Got
what
it.
we do in our accelerator. And the
Got it.
accelerator is a 6-month program. We run it twice a year, and it's only 4 companies per cohort. So we
Wow.
only do 8 companies a year.
And do you like have a weekly session every other
We
week?
do. Yeah, no, every
week for 6 months?
Every week. So Tuesday, I meet with them. We go into strategy. We look at the vitals of the company, go through this dashboard. Wednesday, we do something called Open House, where all of the founders and CEOs and partners in Powerhouse talk to one another and share who they are, what they do, what they're working on. Do they have questions? Do they have anything to offer?
Like a round table or something?
Exactly. And then
How many people come to that?
Anywhere from like 15 to 25, 30.
Okay, so it's intimate.
Very intimate, very intimate. We do questions like, what's your favorite podcast? Or what's
I
your...
could answer that. This week in solar.
There you go. And then on Thursday, we bring in industry experts, people like we had VP of Environmental Finance for Wells Fargo last week. This week, we have Seth Wiseman, the General Counsel of Solar City. So really incredible people who have tremendous insight into the industry that they share with our entrepreneurs.
It's amazing how many companies there are here in the Valley going after this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the fastest growing energy industry in the world. And trillions of dollars, somebody's going to make that money.
Well, now, you're focused on solar, but if a company that really had something innovative in wind or tidal energy or something like that, you would not be interested in them.
No, it's interesting.
Why so religious about it? I don't get it. You just love the sun.
It's the solar. It's the solar.
The ocean.
It's the solar doctrine. No, I'm just a believer in sunshine. But no, I think 3 things that make Powerhouse unique. One is that we are solar specific, and we're obsessive about our knowledge in the solar industry. And we were told by many people when we were started, and even today, why don't you expand? Why don't you get more deal flow, more potential exits if you did clean tech more broadly? And what makes us unique, and I think what's made us successful to date, is our obsessive focus with the solar industry, and even within solar, focused on software and finance. So our investors don't have to be convinced that solar is going to be this $1 trillion industry. They know that. It's what companies should I be investing in now when they're really early and I can get really good terms. Yeah.
So you put a little bit of money in for these. So what is it, like a standard like $25K for 5% or something, or
it's
50K?
Even less. It's as of now, it's 10K. We're going to be raising that to 100 soon, and 25 initially, 75 reserved for add-on capital because our companies keep raising rounds and we need to be able to keep our stake in the companies. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so twice a year. 6 months each time.
That's
so you're going to do 8 a year.
Exactly.
And you've done how many so far?
We've done 3 rounds so far.
Oh, wow.
And
so about 10, 12 so far?
Exactly. And our current batch is just started on Monday of last week.
How many legitimate companies apply? Like, in other words, just sort of backing into what your acceptance rate is. Are there 50 companies each cohort?
No, it's a great question.
25?
It's invite only. And the reason why is because I don't want them to waste their time on an application that we're not going to accept. We only invite about a dozen to apply, and then we'll choose 4 of that.
So
dozen.
You are researching constantly what's being funded by angel or just meeting with people and networking, and then you invite them to join.
Exactly.
It's kind of how my incubator is going too, which is like, we have I probably had 1,000 people for 14 slots this time, and 500 of them filled out applications, and the other 500 came from people who are friends of mine over the last 6 months saying, hey, would you consider this one? Would you consider that one? And I think majority, I picked the first 7 or 8 from just my friends' recommendations.
Exactly. So much of it is relationship based, and that's 3 things make us unique: solar specific, the fact that we do only take 8 companies a year, so that the attention is very individualized, and it sounds like that's the case for you as well.
If you look at like Y Combinator, like they're now up to 120 per cohort. And listen, they expanded to 20 partners or whatever, so they're casting a really wide net. That's great, but it does mean, gosh, when you graduate them, the bottom 20 are not going to be in great shape.
Right.
And they're not going to get a very specific attention. It'll be an interesting experiment to see if doubling or tripling the number of YC companies a year results in double or triple the number of unicorns, let's say.
Yeah, it's a great
or not. Yeah. I mean, if it does, great.
Right.
And then it was worth it. If it doesn't and creates a bunch of $50 million companies, I guess it's still worth it. So, I guess you can criticize it in that it's really annoying as an investor to have to sit through 100 2-minute pitches over 2 days. But ultimately, it might be the right decision because you help more people. I don't know. Yeah. I don't like having that many because I like to, as as the head of the incubator, don't you like to get to know them?
Exactly. And I think most...
On a first name basis.
Right. And with YC, they have the reputation where if you're on stage, that's instant credibility. Yeah. But for most startups, investors, customers, it's relationship based, and that takes time. And so having the level of intimacy that we have in the accelerator helps build those relationships over time. Then ultimately, we've seen that's what gets deals done.
That's the problem. I actually think that's the big problem for YC, is that by expanding so quickly, that it's harmed the reputation, because you have VCs coming out publicly saying too many. Right. Like, they literally have said it publicly to the press on record, like, yeah, the quality's not there. It's like, if VCs will go on record and risk their relationship with Y Combinator by saying it's too many, that they have some conviction.
Absolutely.
I like doing a smaller class. It's like, I like to be able to remember everybody's name.
Yeah.
As and I like to know where they're from and what they're thinking. Once you get past 7 or 14, it's like,
it gets hard.
Can't even remember everybody.
I agree.
Hey everybody, let me tell you a little bit about Braintree. It's a full stack payment solution for all your payment types for your customers. Yes, you can do mobile payments fast, easy, seamless, and secure. And you can add it to your apps with just a few lines of code, and then you'll be able to accept Apple Pay, Android Pay, PayPal, Venmo, credit cards, and of course, Bitcoin, everything. And if some other new way to pay people comes along, the Braintree team will support that too. Developers love it, founders love it, because it's got superior fraud protection, fast payouts, and continuous world-class support. You'll have fewer abandoned carts, more sales with Braintree's best-in-class mobile checkout. And their customers include, are you ready for this? Uber, Thumbtack, Hotel Tonight, Airbnb, GitHub, and StubHub. And I'm an investor in 2 of those 6 companies. And you'd be in good company to be in that class of companies. Well, here's a call to action, everybody. They're going to give you $50,000 in transactions fee-free. Yes, that's for the people who are on the This Week in Startups audience. If they go to braintreepayments.com/twist, braintreepayments.com/twist, and you'll get $50,000 fee-free. You can't go wrong with that. Developers love it. It's easy to use. What more do you need to know? Thank you to my friends at Braintree for sponsoring independent media like This Week in Startups. Okay, let's get back to the program.